It's very selective when you say you want a woman to be submissive. Like I'm never going to be submissive to a man. I'm never going to be submissive to a man.
So there you have it. She says she is not going to submit to any man. So some people, it's just not in them to be like that. If that's the case, you'll just have to find someone else to be with. If that's not what you want, a female being masculine, nagging, right? Arguing, giving you a hard time, that's not what you like, then you have to find someone who's going to be submissive.
But I will be vulnerable. I'm not going to be submissive.
Cannot make this shit up, folks. You cannot make this shit up.
You said what?
That word submissive is just very negative in general.
Why?
I feel like I want to be submissive to my man, and I want to be submissive to my man if I have a relationship, because I want to take off the pressures of being.
I want to be vulnerable.
I want to be vulnerable.
So very rarely you ever hear me speak or talk about relationships, especially in a negative capacity, just because I love love. I love experiencing love. I love seeing love, giving love, receiving love. But you men really expect a woman to be submissive to you as your friend. I hear so much that black women don't know how to be submissive, and that's a problem in a relationship. However, men really expect a woman to be submissive to them without a commitment. Like, you don't feel like you should commit, but you want me to submit. No, once you commit, then I submit. You see how that goes? You see how that goes together? How that flows together? You commit, and then I submit. But I'm not submitting to my friend. No. I'll submit to my man, but I'm not submitting to my friend. No. What you can do, though, is submit your lips to my ass and press send. Because, no. What the fuck? No. No.
So women of a different nationality tend to be more submissive than black women.
Absolutely. Other races of females are more submissive than black females. Why? It's genetics.
And because of that reason, our black men are going to those different nationalities to find a woman, find a wife, right? So in my personal opinion, I just feel like those women know where they come from. Right? They know their culture. They're taught their culture. And within that culture, it's taught to them that you're supposed to be submissive to your man. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That shit is not up for negotiation nor debate. That's just what it is, right? And being a woman, being a black woman living in America, right? We know that we are African Americans, right? However, what is our culture? We're not taught African culture. So what is our culture? What are we being taught here, right? In America, what are we being taught? And if you're raised in a single parent household, most women see their mom as independent. They're taught to be independent. You're taught to be dominant. You're taught to take care of yourself and by any means necessary. You're not taught to be submissive. There's no one in the household that your mom is being submissive to. So you don't see that. So when she's raising you, she's teaching you what she knows. And being submissive is not one of them. So now it comes down to everybody's throwing up, and that's why the black man is going to different. Okay. I have no argument for that. It is what it is. However, I have no problem with being submissive. But that is something that we are not taught. So you have to teach yourself that. You have to educate yourself on that. And not every man is going to be worth you being submissive to. He just don't deserve it. The same way that y'all would say a woman got to earn this and she got to prove herself on this and that and that. That's the same thing with men. Not everybody's going to be worth you being submissive to. And because you were submissive to one guy and he wasn't worth it, he didn't deserve it, he didn't appreciate it, he didn't even know what to do with it, doesn't mean that you should not be submissive to the next man who is doing everything he's supposed to do. I don't know. I could be wrong, but y'all let me know. But I said what I said. That's just what it is. But y'all let me know what y'all.
Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash for this, but I have to say what is on my heart.
because it's on my heart and I need to get it off. It's a part of my shadow work and it's a part of my healing. It is very hard for a woman to be submissive if she does not respect you. Once she respects you because of your integrity, because of who you are as a man, then she can learn to trust you. Once she learns to trust you, then she can learn to be loyal to you. Once she learns to be loyal to you because she respects you and she trusts you, then she can learn to love you. And once you have all of those, she can be comfortably submissive to you. There is a breakdown in our community and a lack of leaders and men wanting us to lead them. It's very hard for a black woman to be submissive because of this, but I want to tell you to let your guard down, up your level of discernment, and get your healing. Peace.
Women don't submit anymore. No, women don't submit to you. Women are natural to submission. I don't care how strong and independent she is. So here's the disconnect. Are you looking for forced submission? So ask yourself, why won't she really submit? Here it is. Women are not their grandparents anymore, okay? Women are not looking for a husband and to become a housewife and to bear children. No, they're not looking for that anymore. A lot of women come from a split home with a double Dutch dad who jumps in and out of their lives as he chooses. And that's where the fear and discord between men and women come from. That ideal or that example, that is what they see. So why won't she submit? You got time? Do you display wise leadership? Do you give a good sense of direction? Are you dependable? Are you consistent? Are you trustworthy? How can she trust your direction? Every decision that you make, you have to run to mommy to help you create that decision. How is she going to follow a boy? She got to sit on her and put on her big woman panties and raise a boy. So what sense does that make? When has a teacher ever submitted to a student? She's raising you and you want her to submit to you. Yeah, I'm gonna take it there. Yeah, we fall for the okie doke. A lot of women fall for the okie doke because a lot of boys pose as men, and eventually time and circumstance manifest that unreliable, irresponsible, inconsistent, unfaithful child that boy actually really is. So yeah, we fall for the okie doke because I know a lot of y'all finna come to me about that. So how can a woman feel safe in a chaotic environment? Well, ask yourself, are you reliable? Are you consistent? Are you trustworthy? Do you make her feel emotionally, mentally, and physically secure? Are you emotionally available? Many women want to feel secure and be vulnerable. But how can she be secure and be vulnerable and even submit to you in a chaotic environment where you display poor leadership skills? So before you go and decide that you want to ask, why won't she submit to me? Why women don't submit? Women don't do. Ask yourself, are you a man worth submitting to?
Why do we as black women continue to say that we're the least protected and ask black men to protect us if we're not willing to listen to them? Men can't protect someone that is not willing to listen to them.
And she's right. How you going to want a man to protect you, but you do not listen to him? Which means you do not respect him. You don't listen to him. When he tell you to do something, you don't want to do it. You want to argue and talk back. So why would you think he's going to protect you? He's not. Because you have absolutely, positively no respect for him. So only a fool will put his life on the line, protecting you out in public against these thugs and street dudes. And you don't respect him. Only a fool would do that.
And most black men are not going to protect some random chick on the street. He's going to protect his wife. He's going to protect someone he loves, someone he's with, someone he's responsible for. He's not going to protect Shaniqua out on the corner or some chick in the mall. He's not going to do that. So if we want protection, we have to be under the covering of men. Otherwise, women, go get yourself a gun, learn how to train, or learn martial arts or jujitsu or something like that. But stop asking men to protect you if you're not willing to listen to them. We're not even willing to listen to men just on a regular basis about how they feel about us. And we're asking for their protection.
Too often, I think we as black men are looking for submission, failing to realize that it has to be earned, and also failing to realize that submission comes with conditions and responsibilities. A woman doesn't just submit to a man. She has to do so on the basis that you're going to be able to uphold your end of this bargain. I'm hearing men, because they message me, they text me, Doc, we hear you. But how are we ever going to be able to be men if she doesn't allow us to lead? And my answer to that, good brother, if you are leading the way you're supposed to, you won't have to ask her to submit. She will do it automatically because it is her nature to submit to her, to submit to you. The problem with black men is a lot of us are not strong enough emotionally, psychologically, spiritually. We're not strong enough to attract a woman's submission. Submission is a quality that all women have, but only certain men can unlock it.